Today I'm answering your most controversial questions: breastfeeding or formula, vaccinating or not vaccinating, ride-out method, Ferber method. Let's get into it. While we might not all agree on these different parenting hot topics, I do think that we can all agree that we need to take care of ourselves postpartum, and I want to give the biggest of thank yous to Ritual for sponsoring this small portion of today's video. If you're new here, I've taken Ritual vitamins all throughout my life before being pregnant with Arlo, while being pregnant with Arlo, and now after being pregnant. This is probably my third or fourth bottle of the postnatal vitamins. I like to get them in the citrus flavor. My OB is actually the one who told me to continue taking postnatal vitamins 6 months after giving birth. So this will be my 4th month having these extra added vitamins, especially she was emphasizing if you are lactating, you have so much extra nutrient needs in your body. It's important to understand that unfortunately, not all vitamins are made the same. Ritual has very high standards and every single ingredient is traceable. Ritual is currently having a high standard sale where you can get 40% off of your first purchase. I will have that link down below. If you're not already taking a multivitamin, pull it together, sister. Now let's dive into some controversial topics. I do want to preface this video by saying I have found truly time and time again with motherhood that at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you and your family. I just find so much with so many of these topics, it's like, you're breastfeeding, you want to be the only one that feeds the baby. You're bottle feeding, you're giving your baby formula. You're not going to sleep train. Oh my gosh, you're never going to get a good night's sleep. You're sleep training. Oh my gosh, how could you? You're vaccinating? No way. You're not vaccinated? Like there is no win. That's the point I'm trying to make. So while I will be discussing these controversial topics, I'm only doing this on YouTube as opposed to Instagram because I find YouTube to be, I've said this before, YouTube is my safe space. YouTube is where I find that people are more kind, compassionate. So please don't prove me wrong. Okay. For our first topic, I do want to speak to breastfeeding. You probably already know I have chosen to breastfeed Arlo. It was a journey to get here. The first 2 months, he was not able to latch because of a tongue tie. He would latch on and cry, and my nipples were literally bleeding, bruised, cracked, the whole enchilada. It was horrible. And I was like, okay, well, breastfeeding isn't going to work for us. So I was exclusively pumping. And then finally, after we got his tongue tie procedure, we got his tongue tie lasered off. It was like flip of a switch. He was able to stay latched on and I was no longer bleeding. But here's the thing, there is a stereotype with formula feeding, whether we like it or not. And I think I began to feed into it a little bit because I started to, I was thinking about combo feeding, but then I thought like, no, I have to exclusively breastfeed. Like he can only have breast milk. I can't do both. Says who? There's no rule that you can't do a little bit of both. So what was happening is in the middle of the night when Arlo would need to eat, I would bring him into bed, feed him and put him back. And he would just eat like, I don't even know, like for like 2 minutes and fall asleep because I'm bringing him to bed. He's all cozied up. He's already sleepy. He'd get just enough milk to fall asleep and he would fall asleep. And then he'd wake up another hour later. And so my husband suggested that we start doing formula in the middle of the night, and it's been great. He will take 4 ounces in the middle of the night and then continue to sleep. But I was resistant to it at first of like, oh my gosh, like, can I do both? I formula feed in the middle of the night and do breast milk during the day? Like, I don't know. Newsflash, you can't. Your baby will also be fine if you exclusively breastfeed, and they will also be fine if you exclusively formula feed. You just have to find what's right and best for your family. We've been using the By Heart formula. We love it. It's super clean, great. On that topic, we have sleep training. So sleep training, I had no earthly clue was a hot topic in the mom community. Before having Arlo, I would have told you, I don't think we'll sleep train. But once you have a child and they're not sleeping, which means you are not sleeping, and then the next day you are not able to be the best version of yourself for your child because you are sleep deprived and exhausted, you start to second guess things. And one issue that we've kind of realized just recently, and we're going to test out this theory tonight, my husband and I alternate nights watching the baby. Arlo almost always sleeps very well with Daniel. He will maybe wake up once, okay, to eat. With me, Arlo will wake up 2, 3, 4 times in the middle of the night. Our theory is that he smells me, maybe he smells my milk, he smells me, I don't know, and he wants to come snuggy in bed with me. And it ain't working for your girl. It is not working. I am exhausted. We're gonna test a theory of moving his bassinet tonight into his nursery where he will not be able to smell me, and see if that will help him to stay asleep. I'm nervous because he just turned 4 months and I'm not really ready for him to leave the room, but we have begun to do what I would call very gentle sleep training. I'm personally not a fan of just like cry it out. I can't listen to my baby cry like that. That's not for me. But I do think it's an important skill set for babies to learn how to fall asleep on their own. So what we have begun to do is to let him cry for the maximum of 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes passes, I will immediately go in, give him his pacifier, pet his stomach, put my head against his head, like whatever, just calm him, soothe him. And then we will try again. Like I said, I've never personally let him go longer than 5 minutes, but usually, I'm telling you, usually at like the 4-minute mark, he's out. We are also beginning to try to get him on a schedule. I mean, listen, he just turned 4 months old. He's not a robot. You know, like mom's on call vibe is just not for me. It's very like regimented, like, okay, baby is asleep at 8 o'clock. But my mindset is like, baby isn't a robot. Baby isn't gonna fall asleep exactly at 8 o'clock. That is my answer in sleep training. I'm probably somewhere very much so in the middle where every single time my baby cries for 1 second, I'm not gonna run in and pick them up, but I'm also not gonna let them cry for 20 minutes. Next hot button topic is vaccinations. And I'm not gonna get too much into this because I am in no way, shape, or form medical, nor am I pretending to be. What I will simply say is that we have personally chosen to follow the recommendations of his pediatrician. We're just trusting in the medical experts. I have, however, chosen to space out some vaccinations. Like when he was first born, they wanted to do just like so many, like literally 2 days after he was born. I didn't feel comfortable with it. I still got all the vaccines, but I just chose to space them out a little bit. It just seemed like a lot for his little body all at once, and that's just a decision that we made for our family. I don't think that I'm better than you or worse than you if we have a difference of opinion on this topic. I know it's such a hot topic. Honey, I have not washed my hair in like 8 days. Like literally, it's been in this bun. It's been one of those weeks. It's Monday. I think the next topic I want to go over is working moms, working from home moms, stay-at-home moms, whatever it is. Obviously, I don't have a stereotypical job, but I do have a job. I'm working right now. My mom is upstairs currently watching my baby. I'm very blessed and fortunate that she is here to do that. But I am apart from my baby right now because I am working. And there's so many pros and cons to it. Like right now, I miss him. I would love to go be upstairs reading him a book or giving him a bath or whatever, right? But then part of me is like, this is good for me. This is good for me to be working, good for me to have an adult conversation, to be doing something for myself, for my career, to be making money, to provide for my family. But then part of me is like, at what cost? At the cost of missing maybe him rolling for the first time upstairs. I don't know what he's doing upstairs, and it's so hard. I feel like I've been wrestling with this topic a lot lately. Do I want to stop YouTube? Do I want to stop social media altogether? I will say that working from home is challenging. It's such a gift. I don't take it for granted. However, like last week, for example, I sucked at my job because I was focused on Arlo, and I will always pick him first and foremost, but then that will make moments of my career suffer, and that will have to be okay. I hope that you never feel less than because you're just a stay-at-home mom. Please. I hope that you never feel like a bad mom because you're at work and your child is being watched by someone else. And I just want to encourage you that none of the choices are easy. There is no easy way to be a mom. I think that these are all of the controversial topics that we have for today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm excited to join the conversation down below. And just know that wherever you stand on all of this, at the end of the day, you are doing your best to do what's best for your family, and that's all you can do. That's all you can ask for, you know? This is the finished look. Please attempt to ignore the hair. It is falling out and shedding like a golden retriever. Whenever someone says like, oh, how many months is he? The month where you lose all of your hair. But it's okay, we're blessed. Okay, I love ya. And Let's go join the conversation down below. I'm nervous.